Hello everybody.
So this is the Raven Tarot. Whoever is watching this video on his channel, you know him. This is Aqua Arcana. If you're watching a video on his channel, I'm his friend. We live together. We both do tarot and we also do collabs. So guys, we have a really interesting one. Joe asked me to explain it, so I'm gonna try to do my best. How we're doing things today, we're gonna talk about a relationship between you and this other person. And we have picked up kind of a scenario from tarot, what's going on for all the piles, and we then will be reading this scenario and we'll split to those two people, and therefore we will be talking to one another and pulling cards, why he did what he did, why I've done what I've done, etc, etc. You'll see how it goes. But one thing, flip the sexes, guys, okay? One of you can be, let's say if I will be the feminine and you see that it's more like a flip situation going on there, just flip scenarios, okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that if Joey's picking up the masculine side, that's the way it has to be, all right? So you know your scenarios anyways. Shall we? So
Can I say as well, it's kind of like it's a conversation. So it's not, it's going to be different from like we are speaking as the people. So it's going to be a conversation and we're going to shuffle as well to kind of, obviously we don't know the people. So we have to shuffle on camera to kind of clarify things so that we can defend ourselves in this conversation. Yeah.
All right. So for pile number one, guys, we're picking from the intuitive deck. Let me show you guys first. Pile number one. Sorry guys for the ring lights. Now pile number two for your guys, for my guys. Hope you can see that. And pile number three. Okay, stop the video if you need some more time. And we are jumping into scenario number one. All right. Let me have a sip.
Me too.
So guys, we have pulled the cards and I feel like we quickly gonna show you the cards, okay, what we have on the table so you can see what's going on. Queen of Wands.
And I have the Ace of Wands.
Just below it. Then Eight of Cups reversed.
And I have the Six of Pentacles.
The Judgment upright.
And the Chariot reversed.
All right.
You want to start?
So what we're picking up from this whole scenario is that the feminine was the one who was, she's very attractive, she is very magnetic. This masculine, if you're lesbian, you know how to flip the situation, right? This masculine was really drawn to this feminine because she is a bit like the, Medusas. She reminds me of that.
Because of that card, yeah.
Yeah, if you look at her here, and then Joey's Ace of Wands is right below it. So there's a lot of sexual pull towards this female over here, and she knows it. Okay, and I'll let you continue with that.
So in my position, I feel like when I met her, it was like instant, like that connection where I was wanting to have sex. I don't know.
I knew that.
I don't know why. There's something about this card that's kind of like very like it's like you just straight away, it's like an instant connection. So that's kind of what I'm coming from. So I'm a typical man who's like physically like attracted to her, and I just wanted sex in the beginning. But as time went on, it's kind of like she got to my emotional side. So you got to my emotional side, and that's why I have the Six of Pentacles here. So I've given a lot of my time, and I feel like I've taken you out on dates. I've spent a lot of money on gifts and things like that, and I kind of was a little bit naive in this situation, and you can speak.
And I knew that at one point I would have to split up from you because you are someone who was, I feel like in this situation, like Joey showed this card, you wanted equal give and take in relationship, and I couldn't give it to you because I was more like feeling myself, and I was probably wanting to see other people, and maybe that's why our relationship is how it is now.
I feel like things have moved really fast, really quickly, and I don't understand why you are not. What's the problem? Why have you? Do you want to pull a card on it or something?
I feel like I have a bit of an answer here, but
Okay.
I'll pull the card why I was like I was. I do have a judgment for this. For this, I can tell you I am. Let's just take the present moment. I am the way I am because I feel like there is so much more for me to see in the world. I do not want to settle right now. And I feel like you might have felt it with the reverse chariot, but you didn't want to see it.
You don't want to see the word with me. That's what I see here with
Yes.
this. It's like you just kind of use me a little bit in this situation sometimes.
Let me clarify what it actually was from my side.
I'm getting hot and stressed. Oh my god, I really feel this energy though, do you?
I am in this scenario. I'm sorry, but didn't love you as I should have loved you. There wasn't that emotional part of me that was invested in you.
Okay.
I was feeling it at the beginning, like it could have been a good thing, but in my mind I wasn't in that place where I wanted something serious, I think.
Okay, well, I just think that you know, because I have the Ten of Swords, I'm kind of put in a box now where I don't know where I stand. So I feel like you haven't communicated the right things to me with this Ten of Swords. So it's kind of like what happens next.
What I should have said to you really is that I knew that you were seeking for a serious relationship. Maybe you imagined me being your wife, but I knew in my mind that I couldn't give it to you at that time. And it was an effed up thing to do, but I was trying not to hurt you, which made it worse.
Okay. Because I feel in this situation that it was my doing in the beginning because I pursued you, and I have the Chariot reversed again.
I had it here as well, but I put it back.
Weird. I really, really, really think that on my part, that I was trying too much. I was pushing too much into this situation, and that's probably where I should learn from my mistakes, because I'm forcing you into a relationship. I'm forcing you to stop things that you want to do in life. So maybe that's something that I need to learn from.
I feel like with these 3 chariots reversed, I wanted you not to chase me.
Okay.
And I think that's the main thing in this reading. 3 reversed chariots, it's telling you about something.
It's like,
if
stop.
I moved away or if I changed the surroundings we both were spending time in, it probably was an indication for you that maybe I don't want to see you around as much.
You just want me to stop with all the you want...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So I feel like buying you all these gifts and taking you out on all these dates, in my mind, that was probably how I thought I would win you over, but actually I was pushing you away.
Yeah. Because I wasn't clear from the beginning what it was that I really liked the cards on the floor. Oh!
That's your issue.
I knew that, and I told you I knew that from the beginning, the High Priestess. I knew that I wouldn't want a serious relationship, and why I was with you, it was because of how much affection you were giving me. And then it became a bit too much and maybe boring at times, where I wanted to leave that mystery to you. You know, I wanted more of a mystery to you. And I think that's something that was missing. And maybe for you, I was so mysterious because you couldn't catch me in a way.
It makes sense because I feel with this Ace of Wands reversed, I feel like because you're so mysterious, I think that I was always trying to find out what you were passionate about, and I may have brought up, may or may not, for some of the relationship, have brought up things like maybe kids or marriage and things, and that probably pushed you a bit too far because you wanted things to go a different way, like more challenging and more mysterious.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that.
Lovers reversed. I'll clarify that. I did have other choices I was interested in, but because you were the one who was so genuine, I decided to be with you. You are bringing a lot of balance in my life, but the balance that I didn't need at that time, I was feeling more like, you know, that young vibe. I want to explore world, I want to meet different people, and I don't want to settle just yet.
Yeah, well, I always felt that from I wasn't bored with the relationship, but you were always kind of a bit bored of me, and that's probably why I had the feeling that I had to buy you things and I had to take you out to kind of spice things up a bit, but obviously it didn't always work, and I need to rethink what I'm doing.
Shall we take a peek in the future of this relationship?
Yes, my love.
Let's do that. Let's use a different deck for that.
Oh, that came right out.
What I'm gonna do in the future. I'm sorry in advance.
Hold on, I have another one. I have two decisions to make here. Oh!
Okay, tell me what you're about to do in the future.
Right, well, I've always battled with myself and my own thoughts on the ideas of relationships. So that's something that I'm battling with, and I will work on that. And I've learned from this connection that sometimes the issue is my own thoughts. And I've learned as well that in the future I won't be that giving anymore. I won't just, try and win people over, maybe because I have money to spend. That doesn't always work. So I'm going to work on my emotions more and my thoughts.
Okay. I feel like it's making sense because the future of this relationship, what you would do, it means that you wouldn't continue to pursue me, right? In this case. And it makes sense because I have the Hanged Man. I won't be in that position where I will come back and try to make anything work, because I've known that, and you will take this relationship as an experience, as a lesson for yourself, right? But I still keep that rose over there. I don't know if your guys can see it. My guys, can you see this rose over here? So I'm taking good memories with me, and I think for me this experience is more about how it stuck to me, whom I'm gonna look for, what kind of character I'm gonna look for once I'm ready to settle. Because I'm keeping that rose with me, where I'm remembering, what it is that made me happy, and once I'm ready for that, I think I'll be looking for someone similar, but not now. Okay. So that was pile number. Okay.
Oh, we need to stop it.
Yeah. Who have chosen pile number 2, this card over here. So if you didn't listen to intro, what we're doing is we have an overall we're gonna show you. I've pulled cards, Joe pulled cards for us to see what's the scenario like. And then we split it into 2 different people in this connection. And in this case, what we're seeing is Joey is going to be the masculine, who is, well, let's start with the card that we have. I've got the 4 of Pentacles.
I have the 3 of Pentacles.
Right below it.
There's a lot of earth energy.
Yeah. I have 5 of Cups reversed.
I have the Hanged Man.
And then I have Six of Pentacles reversed.
And I have the Hierophant upright.
Okay. So what's going on here is I have met you. We're already getting into the scenario. What I can say is I feel like I am still in this position where I am thinking about you. I'm trying not to anymore as much, but I'm thinking about you because you are someone whom I look up to and you have taught me a lot. And I feel like there is an age difference or maturity level differences in two of us.
Because I feel like as I was growing up, I was always someone who was not sure what they wanted to do in life. And I feel like you don't understand that sometimes, coming from like what I went through. It wasn't that it was bad, it was just like I wanted to get to where I have gotten. And I think you don't understand my passion in what I do. And I know maybe that's why you sometimes feel like I'm not showing you as much.
That's why I'm looking up to you. That's why I would want to make this relationship work. And I think I am holding on to it for a little bit too long because I feel like it's not going to go anywhere because you have your mindset on something else that's important in your life.
Well, you do know that I may spend a lot of time in the office or school. But and you sometimes don't understand that I have to do these things. And when I come home and it's just us,
do you feel like we live together?
Yeah.
For some of you it might be a different story, so just scrap that, okay?
But I feel like I have a lot of other things going on at the minute, and I have a lot of other people to deal with, and I deal with those energies in my own way, and I don't want to bring that out on you. But I feel like you sense it.
Yeah.
So it's probably that I'm trying to ground myself, but it's not the right way of doing it.
I feel like you are not given enough as I am given in this relationship. You're not investing emotionally as much as I do. And I know that this is my own problem. But at the same time, I wish that we could make it work on equal terms, where you're not only concentrated on what it is that you are doing. And I feel like sometimes you might not even notice that I like you in romantic sense. That's for some of you guys. And I feel like sometimes I have imagined everything in my head, and therefore there is nothing else there. You are just there as someone I look up to, someone who's doing great at whatever you're doing, because you are a really good mentor in one way or another, and I'm just there by myself, you know.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like I have sometimes like inspired you in different ways and made you think more creative, and the thing that you don't understand is I am okay. I am very wise, and I'm at a point in my life where I don't get bothered by the same things anymore. Because I'm over that. I've done all of that. So it's kind of like, if you want to talk to me, you need to just say these things, and I can then open up from the part of me that's very wise.
I feel like deep inside of me, I know that this whole thing is on hold in a way, and I know that I've put myself in this position. Therefore, it's really hard to accept it for me. And I know I should have spoken to you rather than just staying in the same mindset that I am constantly.
I have, though. I've been picking it up, and I've been sensing it a lot lately, or in the past, and it's thrown me off, and I'm not probably showing you the side of myself that I want to show anymore, and it's becoming more of a issue because I feel like you say a lot, but you don't wait for me to respond sometimes, and it's made me unbalanced, and I'm not feeling grounded. So that's why I feel like I need to sometimes come away from it, and I'm sorry.
And what I want is I want everything to be clear with the Ace of Swords, where I want us to talk about everything, therefore, so we know how to move forward with this relationship. And I am not sure if you want to talk at all, because I feel like you are in your space and you're not communicating.
I don't want to talk because I feel like you say things just because you want to say them, and it's stuff that I don't want to talk about. Is that blunt?
Is it because you don't want to talk about the possible wife you have, or is this something you have been hiding from me? Is it something that is there something else that I should know about?
Are you saying that maybe I have other kids?
Maybe you have a third energy of some sorts, and I would want to make it clear because I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if you're trying to bring a bit of shine a bit of light on a bit of darkness here, but you may be onto something, but it's something that I don't want you to talk about because it's not comfortable.
My makeup! Okay,
I have your hair in my hand.
What's going on? Third party situation for sure. Okay, that lipstick, it went like this, stuck to the top of my lip, and I hate these matte lipsticks that I have. They suck. But that's something that you have. Sometimes I can smell the perfume of someone else's, or I sense someone else's lipstick you had on yourself and you had to rub it off.
Maybe you should just back off.
You know what?
No, but honestly, maybe you are thinking that I'm trying to manipulate you and trying to help you. I'm helping you in a way. I'm teaching you things, but you're not. You're trying to twist it around on me.
I feel like you are and will be the wish that I've always wanted, but I do sense that this is something that is not healthy for me anymore. And you might be my karmic partner that I had to meet on the way, because I'm okay now. Like, I'm seeing this clearly now when we talk. And I want to be single now.
Well, I sometimes feel like I had to balance your ways, and because I'm older, I feel like you played not the victim, but in a way you're like, oh, support me and get on my level and understand where I'm coming from, because I'm younger and I don't want to go back to the past and to the way I used to be.
Okay. I feel like I do not see you the same way I used to see before, and if I do see you the same way that I see you now, I will not in not too far future, I will see the clarity that the Hierophant will turn upside down, and therefore you did teach me the lessons, but I feel like you are someone who were a bit of a karmic for me.
Okay, well, I think that it's about time we talked about what we'll improve on.
Yeah.
And
what we're gonna do in the future with this relationship.
Yeah, and I think on my part, I have a lot of, even though I see myself as someone who is wise and I see myself as someone who knows what they're talking about, when it comes to emotions and other people's emotions, I'm very immature about it. And
you're very mature in your work, whatever it is that you do, and people will come to
talking.
You. Don't argue with me.
So, I'm going to try my best to fix the ways that I'm around people that I am in a connection with, but I just feel like everyone wants my attention.
Yeah.
And I need to now understand that I need to stop sometimes and just think about who I have around me and not the people who don't matter.
And that's really good, because in the future I will be concentrated more on my own work, on what it is. You have inspired me in a way as a person that when I achieve more in my life, and I do want to have this successful, grounded family that I have always been looking for. And I feel like I've met you at the time when I needed that understanding and I needed that inspiration when it comes to my career or studies or whatever it is that I want to do. And I think that's something that I'm seeking for.
And just want to finish on saying you've really inspired me in a way that you've brought up things that I didn't want to talk about. And a lot of the times I felt like you were just trying to start a fight with me. And it's because I just didn't have time for that. And now I'm understanding a lot that you were just trying to work on the relationship. And I just seen you as a bitch. But you weren't a bitch. I was just thinking higher of myself than you, because I'm older and you're not. But when it comes to relationships and talking and communication, you've mastered that and I haven't, and I'm sorry, but thank you for teaching me that.
It's fun.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Has picked this intuitive card over here. So just a reminder, if you skip the intro, how we're doing things, we have cards laid out already, so we see a scenario and we're going to pick up. So imagine these are two people having a conversation and one of them is you. So if you're not the masculine, you are the feminine, flip the situations, okay? And you're gonna see us both talk in the scenario that you are in. Okay? So first off,
will we show the cards?
Yes, we're gonna show the cards that we have. I have 5 of Cups reversed.
And underneath that, I have the Queen of Swords reversed.
Then I have 10 of Pentacles.
And I have the Ace of Cups.
And I have 8 of Cups reversed.
I have the 10 of Cups.
Alright. So I feel like in this connection that we have, we kind of talked about what's going on here before with Joe, and we have picked up a situation where it's a very interesting one. The feminine, the female here, has more masculine to her, and she is like, go, go.
And I have more of the feminine energy.
In this situationship, okay? And we're gonna jump into the characters now. So yeah, that's my battery running low. I feel like there was a time in our connection where I was trying to hide that everything is fine on the emotional part from me, but I was kind of getting a little bit bored in a way. I needed more of a strong masculine,
And on my part, I feel like because you were getting frustrated, you might not have thought about it, but a lot of the things you would say would make me feel like I'm not as much of a man as I want to be, because I feel like I'm someone who really thrives for a really healthy, loving relationship, and then when you say things, it kind of puts me down, and it makes me, it's not like you're with this Queen of Swords reversed, it's like you're not saying things that are helping.
I'm sorry, I know that, because sometimes I get frustrated and I might want you to do things by my terms. And I know that that's why I've chosen you. You are so loving and you've given me all of this affection, all that I need. But in this connection, I want us to have a stable relationship when it comes to finances. And I'm very like motivated in life, and I want to go and know the plan, and I want it to happen quickly. And I think from my side, I'm more so looking at what we will have together when it comes to material things and saving for kids for the future and everything. And I want you to be as strong on the same level like I kind of am, or I want you to be.
Okay. I really feel like on my part I just want to enjoy life as well a little bit. And I'm not as serious about finances and things like that, because that for me is energy I don't necessarily feel. I don't feel like I need that Pentacles energy. I'm more of a Cups energy, and I am more emotional, and I can't help that I am like that. But you're constantly wanting me to be grounded, but I'm a bit all over the place sometimes, and sometimes I'm feeling like I just want us to move on. So when we fight, I want it to go into the fight, and then we learn from it, and then we're back and we've learned something new about ourselves. And I'm sorry that I just want to learn more about you. I don't want to learn how to become more financially stable, because for me that makes me feel sick to my stomach sometimes.
Okay, what I want to say is, when we fight, you want to get past it, and I can hold grudges, and I'm like, I remember what you've done that and that time, and that makes me almost think sometimes that I want to walk away from this relationship. I'm like, no, I'm done and over with this, you know. I feel like I want someone else, but I'm trying to learn how to be more emotionally available and supportive in this relationship. But I feel like we're really different people, and we'll see how this gonna come out.
I think we are different people in certain ways, but I don't think that you understand that I really enjoy having you around, and I really enjoy that my friends like who you are. Like, my friends really enjoy, and I love going out with you, and I love having you around when I'm with my friends. But it seems like you don't enjoy it as much, because you're kind of feeling like I don't really want to be here, and I just want to plan for the future. But you just want to plan for the future in a different way to how I want to do it. I want to plan for the future for happiness and joy, and you want to plan for finances.
That's true. Sometimes I feel like,
Got to show that.
yeah, that's what I'm showing it now. Sometimes I feel like, you know, we have fun and all of that nice stuff, but I feel like my character is not fully there. And I'm like, you know what, I feel like there's enough fun and games. I feel like I need to leave this party, leave this dinner early, so that I could concentrate on what it is that I am building on the financial level.
Okay, well, I really don't think that you, even with your intentions, 10 of Cups reversed, your intentions are not on the same path as what I am. Because for me, I just want to have a nice, happy family and a happy marriage, and I feel like you don't really care about being at home. You all you care about is being away and getting things done and being productive. And I just want you to understand that. What about the little things in life, like, I don't know, Christmas or certain holidays in the year? You just sometimes don't feel like you need to be there.
Yeah, I understand that, but I do feel that I don't need that Knight of Cups as much as I do need. I want you to be a bit of both. I want you to be the King of Swords, who is no bullshit type, who can put me in my place when I need to be put in my place, and you take on control over me, so I can feel more of a feminine relationship, and you can be more of the masculine. And I feel like that's the problem that we have in this relationship.
But I feel like...
What was that? A
6.
chariot?
No.
Oh.
6 of Swords reversed.
Mm.
I feel like the way that you want to go isn't the way that I want to go. Like, I don't want to go that direction. That's not what is for me. Because I feel like you want more out of life, whereas I'm just enjoying life as it is. And I'm a lot more slowing down, and I just want to feel things on a 3D level more than you're more 3D, sorry. I'm more like spiritual, and I don't care about manifesting things. I don't care about that. So that's really hard for me because that's what you want.
That is definitely, I want to see the world, I want to travel, I want to go places, I want to manifest things that I feel like I can't manifest because I don't want to hurt you. Because if I could, I would go on the adventure, but you're not going with me. Therefore, I'm being held in this state, of the 4 of Cups, where I'm kind of bored sometimes. And I think that's the problem, because sooner or later I will have to take that trip or that change in my life, wherever I want to go and what I want to manifest. What we're gonna do?
What we're gonna do, we're gonna see.
What you gonna do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I just really want to get married.
Oh, okay, let's see what I'm gonna do about this. And I don't want to share a home with you. Let me see. I think I might have to work on myself.
I think you do.
And our family.
Because how far can you go before that drive and that passion runs out? Because I just want the little things in life, and I think that you're not understanding. But I will try and see what I can do here in this situationship.
I feel like in the future I might come down a little bit, but maybe if you could take a trip or two, or go for that change that I want to experience, even for like a short period of time with me, that would be something I think not only good for me, but maybe you're gonna learn something from it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I cannot leave this idea that I have. Just forget about it. I feel like sooner or later I'll come back to it. So it's better if we do it, both of us, rather than me by myself, so that it doesn't end up me walking away from this relationship.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I really do not want you to walk away from it. I don't want you to walk away from this relationship. That's the thing that's going to get me the most. That's the thing that's going to kill me, because I know that I annoy you with all this emotional bullshit, and I see that if I keep going the way that I'm going, you're just gonna be like, fuck the marriage, fuck kids, if you don't have kids already, fuck everything. It's just I'm starting to understand how much you're passionate about what you want to do, and you might want to leave me eventually if I keep going the way I'm going.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, this is still on my mind, not having enough financially, but you have taught me a lot with a Hierophant here, how to be in relationship and how to chill the F down sometimes, because I do feel like if we just spend more time together and explore, both of us, what it is that I might egoistically want to explore, if you join me on that journey in life of doing more, then maybe I can work on my emotional states, maybe I can work on my cups, maybe I can then, when I see you rise into that vibration of a kind of magician and explorer type, then I feel like we can teach one another something, and we did cross paths for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And
And the main thing I feel here from the whole problem is I am the problem. I feel like I'm the problem here, and I don't talk about a lot of the things that I should be talking about. Because I feel like I struggle a lot. I struggle a lot with things that bring me down and things that really are destroying part of me in a certain way. And I can't break away from that, but I feel like if I was more open to you, that you would be able to help me. And you would be able to be like, listen, you don't have to do that. You can recover from that.
I knew about it because I have feminine to me, so everything that's hidden in you, I can feel it, I can sense it, and I see that you're not able to push through this, you know. But at the same time, I know that there's some darkness to me too, so it's kind of equal. But I would really want to help you out with it, but only if you did step up to the to vibration where you want to learn from, or at least try learning to be someone you could be. And then I would try to open up emotionally, because I feel like there's a lot that we can learn from one another. And especially when it's to do with spirituality, I feel it, I get it, but I feel like I would be more interested in it if you step up that masculine game of yours. So then when you're spiritual and you're emotional, and also you are kind of tough, it's a good combo for me, rather than just having someone who's a bit feminine, and feminine cannot work very well together. So we need to kind of switch.
Well, I feel like just from you saying that has given me the confidence to master my emotional side, because with the King of Cups, I really feel like I've gotten to a point where I really understand myself emotionally, where I can start to work on other aspects of myself, like being more masculine and not being as much of a feminine, because I've mastered it. I'm the King of Cups. I know exactly now what I need to do for myself emotionally that works for me, so I can accommodate for you. So It's made me feel really good.
Be the masculine. Okay, guys. So are we gonna then go for that trip around the world and experience everything? I just pulled these cards as you were talking.
Oh my god!
Can we do that?
Oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
Let me pull.
I think you're gonna be really happy with that trip.
Hold on.
And it's very green, there's green, there's blue, there are a lot of
so
nice
cool.
colors.
And I see fairies.
Yeah, it's gonna be magical. I want you to know. I want you to know it's gonna be a good one.
Oh my god! So I really, really love you.
That's how we're gonna end this reading.
That's it.
We're gonna work on our relationship.
First.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much for watching.
Came and joined this collab. We're gonna try to do it more often. A lot of fun.
Maybe leave a comment down below for any ideas on what if we decide. We will decide. Definitely, we've already done that. But if you think on anything that you would like to comment down below, like what we should do next, because this is very interesting and I like it.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.